What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Anaxa's Lycone calculations and which Lycone you should put on Anaxa depending on what you have and depending on what situation you want to put Anaxa in, whether it be a hypercarry scenario or a sub DPS scenario with another erudition or with the Herda, which kind of counts as another erudition. I'm also going to be going over his energy requirements because two of his Lycones actually have a lot to do with energy efficiency, so that's also something that we need to discuss. So if you just up a content, let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment section below, and consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first Lycone I'm going to discuss is going to be his best free-to-play option, which is also the base for this video. So this is going to be the baseline of everything else we're going to talk about. Is the Great Cosmic Enterprise, which is a free-to-play Lycone that we got from the Star Rail World little mini game thing that we got for the anniversary, which gives him 16% attack and up to 56% damage bonus depending on how many weaknesses the enemies have. Obviously, Anaxa implants its own weakness, so this makes for a very, very good Lycone. The only problem I have with this Lycone, it doesn't give him any energy, but other than that, it's a fantastic Lycone. Honestly, is a very, very strong Lycone, and as you are going to be able to see right now, we're taking it as a base. It's actually not that far off from his more premium options compared to the S5 Night on the Milky Way, which is the Himeko Lycone. It's only about a 4% damage increase, which, you know, it is what it is. I don't think many people are going to have this Lycone, but there it is. Into the Unreachable Veil S1 is Herda's Lycone, which is a very, very strong Lycone for pretty much any erudition character. It's only about a 13% damage increase overall, which is not horrible, but I mean, obviously, if you are going to be running the Herda with Anaxa, you're probably going to put the S1 Herda Lycone on Herda. So this is something that not a lot of people are going to consider, but if you do have the Herda and the Herda's Lycone and you're going to run Anaxa for some reason as a hyper carry, then you can probably just swap in there that Lycone for the extra 12 or 13% extra damage. And obviously the S1 for Anaxa is going to be a total of about 17% damage increase. And for those of you who don't know what Anaxa's Lycone does, Anaxa's Lycone regenerates 10 energy at the start of every turn. And this is huge because Anaxa wants to do the ultimate regardless of if he's in a hypercarry scenario or if he is on the Herda as a sub DPS scenario. His ultimate is a very important part of his kit because it implants all the weaknesses, which one enables him to hit everybody, powering up the Herda, and two, enables him to implant all the weaknesses, enabling him to do his skill twice, enabling his damage, and pretty much enabling his entire kit. So energy is very, very important. He has 140% energy on his ultimate, so it's not low. This extra 10 energy actually makes it so you don't really need to run the energy regen rope, even though you should if you're running on the sub DPS scenario, but you don't have to. And this Lycone really helps with that. Aside from that, if you implant the enemy with any weaknesses, you deal 60% extra damage. And if that wasn't enough, whenever you attack the enemy, you will decrease your defense by 12%, lasting for 12 turns. This is an insanely strong Lycone. You get some debuffs here, defense reduction here, you get damage bonus, you get energy. Insanely strong Lycone. But like I said, the Great Cosmic Enterprise gives him attack, which is something that Anaxa really lacks. Like nothing in his kit gives Anaxa attack. So attack is a very good power increase for Anaxa, and also gives him about almost the same. This gives him 56% damage bonus, and his signature Lycone gives him 60. So the only true damage amplifying capability that this is really giving him is the 12% defense ignore. However, Anaxa already has 28 on his base kit, plus this 12 is already 40. So you're already getting 40 just by having the signature Lycone, which is pretty good. So off rip, the Great Cosmic Enterprise at S5, which you can get for free. I just did the event on my main account. It took me about 30 minutes from start to finish after I waited a few days. It took me a few days in my free-to-play account because I started it on the first day. But if you waited a few days to do it, it took me about 35 minutes to do the whole thing and get all the rewards. It's actually not a hassle at all to get the Lycone with max rewards. Today's a peaceful day at S5 is the Battle Pass Lycone, which I'm actually very happy that is pretty much a little bit worse or almost the same as the Great Cosmic Enterprise, considering that this is a free-to-play, 100% free-to-play Lycone, which is going to be available for everybody forever, pretty much. Then we have Before Dawn, which is Jing Yuan's Lycone. Night on the Milky Way, which is Himeko's Lycone, about 6% less. Genius Repose S5, 4-star Gacha Lycone. Instant Before Gaze, I think this is Argenti's Lycone. Yet Hope is Priceless is Jade's Lycone, which is about 10% less than the Great Cosmic Enterprise. But really all you need to know is that Great Cosmic Iconic Enterprise is a fantastic light cone. And if you are going to run him in a hypercarry, or even if you are going to run him with the Herda, it's still going to be a very good light cone for you to have, and it's 100% free. Like, there's no reason for you to not have it, and for no reason for you to not use it. This light cone alone, like me having access to this light cone alone, is making me consider doing a few polls on my free-to-play account to see if I can snipe a copy of Anaxa on my free-to-play account, because I already have a fantastic light cone for him. Now, on this list, you notice that you don't see a very important light cone that a lot of people have been asking about when it comes to Anaxa, and that is the Passkey light cone. For those of you who don't know about Passkey, is a 3-star light cone that allows you to regain 12 energy every time you use your skill, and this can only be repeated once every single turn. The thing is that if you have 5 weaknesses on the enemy, regardless if you use your basic or your skill, you are going to have access to this 12 energy. So for a sub DPS Anaxa build, the Passkey light cone actually becomes very good, especially if you run him on the win set, and it's just gonna go crazy, right? And to kind of like show you guys how this really works, I'm gonna go over to my energy sheet. And don't worry guys, I will make this sheet available in the link in the description below, so you guys can take a look at it yourselves. Here we have the Anaxa energy sheet, and here we have base with energy region rope with Von Walk, energy region with Von Walk, signature Eron, and then so on and so forth. You get the gist. We have all the way up to Passkey with everything else on it. This first section right here is your MOC, Pure Fiction, all those stars that you have 50% of your energy already on you. Essentially, as long as you have an ER rope or equivalent, so ER rope Von Walk, or a signature light cone or Passkey, as long as you have one of those, you are going to be able to fire off your ultimate pretty much immediately. The only way you don't do that is if you only have like a Von Walk, for example, or a Shaka for whatever reason, or if you just don't have anything any energy related build or light cone or build or anything on him. Everything else will pretty much guarantee an immediate ultimate, right? It is what it is, because he just does 2 skills. So you skill one time, he gets like 60 energy, and then you times that by the amount of energy region that you have, which if you have energy region rope is going to be like an extra, like what, like 12 energy or something like that. It's going to be a lot of energy, so it's going to be enough for you to ultimate pretty much immediately, right? Now when you start from 0, which is this section out here in the bottom, the absolute fastest you can possibly get your ultimate is if you have your signature light cone with your if you have your signature light cone with your energy region rope, or if you have everything together. But I mean, it doesn't make a difference. So signature light cone with an ER rope, or possibly Passkey with an ER rope. The only thing that can make this work is if you get hit more than once. Now these bosses lately, they go more than once. Hule goes a few times. The Reaper hits twice, so if you place Anaxa in one of those spots that is guaranteed to get hit, you are going to get that extra hit, so you are going to guarantee yourself an ultimate here. So there are ways to guarantee your ultimate pretty fast. So you ult right here, right? You have your ultimate refund. You get nothing from Passkey. You do your basic, you do your skill, you got 77 energy from the Passkey, from the 12 refund. Then you do the repeat hit. And then on the next one, you're going to guarantee, well, not guarantee, if you get hit one time, you're going to be able to guarantee yourself an ultimate right here. So if you are in a sub DPS scenario, then Passkey is going to be a very strong option aside from the signature light cone. I would just keep it at Passkey with energy region rope for sub DPS, and then for main DPS, I would just stick to either the signature light cone or the free-to-play light cone that we have, and I'll just keep it with the attack. Like if you have the signature light cone, I would just swap to the attack, because you're only gonna miss it. You're gonna get it in the second one, right? So this is the same turn. This right here is the same turn, so you can actually swap to an attack rope and you're still going to get it on the same exact turn if you're running a DPS build. Here you're going to end up wasting a little bit of extra energy because you're going to skill and then the repeat's going to hit, so you're not going to have a lot of time. You can't interrupt your own skill to ult in the middle of it. So to be honest, you can frankly just run attack rope here, and then by the end of your second skill, you are going to waste 10 energy, but it's actually not that bad. So with your signature light cone, you can actually get away with not running the ER rope, in my opinion. I mean, but if you don't have the signature light cone and you want to run them as a sub DPS, like I said before, just run the ER rope and then run passkey, and then you're good to go. All right, just a quick recap: the free-to-play light cone that we got from the new event, extremely good. And the S1 is actually only about 17% better, which isn't that great, which is actually a good thing for a lot of people. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you guys getting the S1 for Anaxa, or are you guys going to just go for the Great Cosmic Enterprise and for the passkey combo? Let me know what you guys are going to do in the comment section below. This sheet will be available in the description. And until next time, guys, see ya.